Hi, I'm Devin Luongo, CEO of Cradle. I want to use this video to explain our mission statement, the social enterprise component of our business, and the reason we're so motivated to get this venture right. Our application is focused on demonstrating the viability of the business model, but our video explains why you should care. For months in Harvard's CS 109 series, the gold standard in data science education, I complained to Shivas that we're wasting hundreds of hours reinventing the wheel. To us, it's so obvious that the rigidity in data processing and modeling can be exploited to save hundreds of thousands of miserable grunt hours of work and hundreds of millions of dollars. It's so obvious that I spent 6 months scouring the internet for a solution, refusing to believe the problem hadn't already been solved. In parallel, I quickly became infatuated with neural networks. AI today is only a $2 billion industry, but it's set to explode to $60 billion in 2025 and $1 trillion by 2030. And those estimates are the most conservative I can find because AI performance depends on available computing power and quality of data, both of which are growing exponentially. Right now, one neural network built using all the available computer processing resources in the world would have the power of a single rat's brain. And a fraction of that is good enough for self-driving cars and chatbots that can develop their own language and occasionally get turned into Nazis by the Twitter sphere. By 2030, it'll be one human brain. By 2045, it'll be all the human brains in the world put together. That's why 74% of all AI researchers think we'll get to superintelligence before my son can legally drink his first beer. In 20 years, AI will make the impact of the internet on society look almost non-existent. We're either summoning the devil, Elon Musk, and ending mankind, Stephen Hawking, or telescoping the future, Nick Bostrom. It's immortality and space colonization, or slavery and death. We better fucking get this right. Incredibly difficult problems need to be solved in a very short time frame. Without a centralized community and research hub designed to profit from transparency and collaboration, the decisions about the fate of mankind will be made in quiet by a few large corporations and intelligence agencies that control a majority of the world's computing power. It's inevitable unless something changes. I got my bachelor's in economics. From an economic perspective, it's an almost impossible problem. Governments are supposed to offset externalities by adjusting market prices. However, how do you quantify accurately the end of the human race? AI is going to be a massive boon for the economy right up until it starts automating millions of people out of work. And at that point, we'll be less than a decade away from birthing a superintelligence AI. If the political debate around climate change is any indication, a political solution to something that's this nuanced and requires a proactive approach is a dead end. Furthermore, fate of the world or not, corporations are legally obligated to service the bottom line of their investors, and that's not going to change. Unless at least $1 billion cloud services company is servicing mankind by servicing their bottom line, we're all going to go out resolving the Fermi paradox. The only viable solution is to ensure that the business interests of the companies that control these resources are aligned with the interests of the human race. And that's why we're doing this. Cradle's mission is to bring together the world's top AI minds and focus their attention on harnessing the power of AI to solve the biggest problems mankind faces, and giving them the tools they need to solve those problems quickly, days, not months or years. And we need to do this without losing control over our world to something out of a bad science fiction movie. We want to unite the people that will one day save the world. Our pitch to our user base is simple: save time, save money, save the world. For us, for me, and whether you realize it now or not, for you, this is personal. It's no longer just what kind of world are we going to leave our children? It's, are we going to have the power to leave our children a future at all? I know our application is too dense, and if I was going to rank order invest my time in a venture that will make me billions of dollars, I would have chosen something else, something that nails your Rosetta Stone triad, is already a $100 billion industry, with a value prop I can explain to my 8-year-old niece in 6 seconds and know she'll understand exactly what we do. I fully acknowledge that this isn't that. It's not clean, it's a little bit messy, but I feel an almost compulsion towards this venture because I can't shake the knowledge that if we mess up the AI problem, having all the money in the world won't make a bit of difference. At the same time, it's hard to take the clear vision I have in my head and explain it so that anyone can understand, because we're dealing with a technology that no one understands. That's the opportunity we're trying to exploit, and it's an incredibly valuable one, and the timing is right. But it's also an albatross that I haven't figured out yet how to shed, other than I know deep inside on an instinctual level that if we build it, they will come. We, the founding team at Brain Cradle, don't have all the answers, but the goalposts are clear, and the end game visits me in my sleep every single night. How we get there, how we get off the ground, it's still hazy, we admit that, but we're asking you to consider the stakes. We will squeeze every drop of juice out of the VIP program, and you won't find a more motivated, more passionate founder and team. We're confident, we're driven, and we're going to find a way to succeed. We have to.